So Namor. Namor's powers come from his being a unique hybrid of Atlantean Homo Mermanus and mutant Homo superior physiologies. Because of his unusual genetic heritage, Namor is unique among both ordinary humans and Atlanteans. He is sometimes referred to as Marvel's first mutant because while the majority of his observed superhuman powers come from the fact that he's a hybrid of human and Atlantean DNA, his ability to fly can't be explained by either side, as Atlanteans are an offshoot of a baseline humanity. He's got amphibious physiological adaptation, superhuman strength. He's gone toe-to-toe with Luke Cage, She-Hulk, The Thing, Red Hulk, Savage Hulk, Hercules, Thor, and Silver Surfer, and held his own. But when it came to Sentry, he had no shot. Emma Frost had to step in. Superhuman speed. Remember Hermes, Thoth. Superhuman stamina. He can physically exert himself, or he can fight like Wolverine for 24 hours straight without getting tired. Superhuman agility.
That's crazy.
Superhuman reflexes. Superhuman durability.
Wait, superhuman reflexes on the level of Spider-Man or below?
It's definitely below. Spider-Man reflexes. If you remember No Way Home, Doctor Strange knocked his astral form out of his body, and his body was still able to react to keep the box away from Doctor Strange. Spider-Man's reflexes are Omega level.
But Daredevil reflexes are better.
No, they're not.
Shown in No Way Home, he caught the brick first.
I mean, it was coming from his direction.
He didn't even look.
He didn't have to look.
He didn't even look.
He didn't have. Well, not Spider-Man doesn't have to look either. He feels it. Pause.
That was a joke. It went over your head.
You sound.
The brick didn't. Anyway. Aquatic healing. Namor, if he gets hurt, he gets in the water. He heals like not as fast as Wolverine, but close. Radiation absorption. Underwater breathing, breathes underwater. He's got aquatic telepathy, just like Aquaman. He's got what they call electrolocation, so he's able. It's kind of like Daredevil seeing.
Echolocation?
No, electro. Yeah, so electric pulses. He can feel and sense electric pulses in the sea. So it's a different way of seeing. Like Spider-Man feels vibes or whatever, he feels electric currents like Daredevil has the, not echolocation, because it's hypersensitive echolocation, if you call it that. Namor's got that. He's got augmented vision because he can see in pitch black in the bottom of the ocean. His body can withstand the pressures of the core, right? He got super hearing. He's got something I've never heard of before. It's called atmokinesis. Without the aid of his trident, Namor is capable of manipulating weather phenomena in a similar vein to Storm of the X-Men. So shield negation. To that end, Namor can even use his bioelectric aura to short out Susan Storm. Oh yeah, how he gets through Susan Storm. I thought it was because she just wanted to let him in the shield. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Namor and Susan Storm got a heavy attraction. She loves Reed, but Reed is always busy in the lab and she feels neglected. And Namor he lays that shit on thick, pause. And they got their thing.
Other than Susan Storm, was there anybody else he used to strike their fancy?
Yeah, Lady Dormer. He wasn't really interested in Lady Dormer. She was a nag, but she ended up getting a baby from him. And Namor hit on everybody. He hit on every woman. Betty Dean, that was another one. That's old school though. That's so old. She was a New York City cop. Who else? Marina. That's another one. Marina was another one. She ended up dying. His women died. And then he has a baby from some unknown Atlantean female. That's like, I mean, you know, he's a player. Namor's a player.
I'm talking about pimping, been since pimping, since been pimping, since been pimping.
I don't want to go into like, you know, he's had the Phoenix Force. You know what I mean? He's there's so much more to him. I'm trying to stay at the early end, or at least, you know, I'm not trying to go past the 90s too much, because you got even up to the 90s, talking about 50 years already of story for Namor. Well, there's a lot more. So there's the Serpent Crown. He had a crown on his head. Atlantis.
Yes, what was that? What was
the
that?
Marvel,
like that battle? Was it like a battle thing?
For it's an ornament, as far as it's just an ornament as far as we know, for Marvel. I mean for MCU. But Namor and the Atlanteans are officially attached to the Serpent Crown in Marvel mythology, which is the crown that the Lemurians created and imbued with the power of the Egyptian god Set. There's also the connection to the underwater earthquakes that they spoke about in Endgame.
Thank you.
And
thank you very much. You can finally bridge this. There's been arguments.
Oh, no. I can't bridge it because
just the time.
I saw Ryan Coogler say that no, it was just an earthquake. So it would have to be, so he already dispelled, like, it's not going to be connected. As far as he's concerned so far, it's not connected to Namor, but he could retcon that. And if he did, I would hope that it wasn't necessarily Namor, but it could be Destiny. It could be Paul Destin. Because like if Namor gets his own movie and he's gonna have to have his own villain, the real villain besides the real first villain that I would want him to have, besides having to deal with the Tuma and the Talokan not wanting to follow him, would also be Paul Destiny, because Paul Destiny is that character. Sorry, Paul Destine was the character that when he fought Namor after time, he's the one that made Namor forget who he was and roam New York City as a vagrant until Namor's facial hairs and everything covered his face to the point that nobody could tell who he was. Like, he put Namor in a tailspin mentally. So I would want that to be attached to that, even more so than it being attached to Tiamat. You know what I'm saying? But they could make that about Tiamat. I mean, now that Ryan Coogler said it's just an earthquake, it could be Tiamat, it could be Paul Destin, it could just be an earthquake. Like, he kind of took the fire out of that one, unfortunately. I don't think he should have did that, but he did.
I don't think he took the fire out. I don't trust none of them. Mr. Ryan Coogler, I understand that you're held to some sort of secrecy, or maybe you just want to keep the integrity of your surprises. Cool. I don't believe you. There's no way that Marvel shows you nothing for no reason. So I'm just trying to figure out that in that scene when they asked about, there was an earthquake under Wakanda. What did you do about it? We did nothing. It's an earthquake. She was very almost standoffish, like don't ask me.
Yeah,
any
we know
questions.
that. We know it was something.
Said
We
a
know
year
it's
later.
after the. We know it's after the blip. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
We know it's after the blip, and we
there's
know
so much.
that it's got to be further. We know that it's got to be further along. That since Val is in there.
The record.
Thank you. Thank y'all for following us. It's been a pleasure to meet some of y'all. Start speaking up more in these comments. Holla at us. Talk to us. Ask us questions. Tell us we don't agree. Whatever. Follow us. www.inthenameofcomics.com. Buy comics from our eBay store. You know, In the Name of Comics on eBay. And we're on Twitter. We're on IG. We're on YouTube. Holla at us. Thank you.